Before I start this video, let me ask you this. What is a city? Is it a collection of buildings in a large yet concentrated area? Or is it just a large, overcomplicated anthill? What I believe a city is a large area, almost like a magnet, attracting people in, growing a larger and larger economy, expressing art, growth, and connection. You can relate cities to a star. As the professor Louis Battencourt said, quote, "A star is a nuclear reactor. It has an attractive force that compresses mass that leads to nuclear reactions in the center. The larger the star, the faster these interactions at the center can happen." End quote. This quote relates to cities very well, with those reactions relating to the rate of social interactions the larger and larger the city is. Now I want to try and take on the endeavor of designing and building my own city in a little game called Minecraft. But how do you start making a city in Minecraft? That is the exact question I'm going to answer in this video. Well, it's simple. You just go into a world and start building. Well, kind of. To start a city, you need a very specific world. Generally, an island works best for a city, as you are limited to an area and can actually complete the project without building on and on forever. You also need certain terrain. For example, a mountain could work well for a cottage, but not for a 100-meter tall skyscraper. So what's best for building a city then? Well, I would prefer a sloped area, or a flat area with no less than a 1 rise per 15 block run. Building on something more sloped than that can be, well, challenging, and should only be done if absolutely necessary. But what comes after that? After you have your world, you need to go into the planning stage. Like, where are your roads going to be? Is there going to be a highway going through your island? And if so, where? And where will the off-ramps be? And there are also neighborhoods and districts in a city. These districts separate building styles and how dense the buildings are going to be. For example, say you have an area with a very northwest style, and you want to build some European or New York style buildings. What you would do is create a separate district a little away from the other districts with that style, then connect them with possibly a highway, roads, and public transport. Public transport? Yes, public transport. Although you can't build moving trains and buses in Minecraft without very complex mods, you can create them as if they were working. For my city, I want to have metro lines going through my city, an airport, bus routes, and a possible ferry station, like Victoria, Canada has. Also, as this is a block game with a very limited physics engine, there will be no, quote, rules in this world, which is why I will limit myself to using building and safety codes from Vancouver and Seattle, which I will be using as my main references for the city. Now that I have that out of the way, I will need a place to build the city. I will be building the city just outside of Vancouver, and although this is a very rough sketch, I will be making the final map in World Painter before my next video. So now to summarize all of this. I will have my city just outside of Vancouver, on a 4km by 4km island. The main styles will be a Northwest style, a New York style, and a French style, each separated by their districts. I also want to have a highway, bus routes, metro lines, a ferry station, and an airport in my city. I will also be using safety codes from Vancouver and Seattle to keep the city as realistic as possible. And although I'm just a 14-year-old kid working alone, I hope to find some people to help me on this project so I can make this dream of creating a city true. And I hope to see you in my next video where I'll be planning my districts, road networks, public transport, and a backstory for the city. Also, if you have any ideas for what I should name the city and the districts, please let me know in the comment section below. Thank you for watching.